Get away from me. You probably have diseases. These words hit James harder than the cold pavement he slept on. He'd been homeless for 7 months when he found a Bible in a trash can outside a church. It was water damaged and falling apart, but the words were still there. He used to be a believer, before his life crumbled. That Sunday, he decided to go inside. He showered at a shelter, put on his cleanest clothes, and walked through the doors, holding that broken Bible. A woman in an expensive dress flinched. "Get away from me," she hissed. Her husband pulled her away, but the damage was done. The usher led him to a corner in the back, far from everyone else. Humiliated, James left before the service even began. Sitting on the church steps, he opened the Bible. Inside the cover, a note read, "To whoever finds this, God loves you exactly as you are. Seek him with your whole heart." Pastor Michael, 1987. From that day on, James read that Bible everywhere. It became his anchor, his hope. 3 months later, a young man named David sat next to him on a park bench. "I see you reading every day," David said. "I'm a seminary student. Would you like to study together?" James looked down at himself. "You sure you want to be seen with someone like me?" David smiled. "Someone who seeks God despite hardship?" "Yeah, I want to be seen with you." They started meeting every week. David brought coffee. James brought insights born from real suffering. David was amazed. "You should lead a Bible study," he suggested one day. James just laughed, but David was serious. He convinced his seminary to give James a chance. 15 students came, mostly out of curiosity. James, holding his tattered Bible, began, "I'm not a scholar. I'm a homeless man. But I know God. I know what it feels like when he's the only thing you have left." He taught on suffering, on a God who meets us in our lowest moments. The students were captivated. The class grew from 15 to 50. He became known as the homeless man who teaches like he's met God personally. The seminary offered him a position, theologian in residence, complete with housing and a salary. He accepted on one condition: he would teach everywhere, especially in the places most forgotten. For 5 years, his ministry reached the broken and the lost. Then, cancer. In his final weeks, hundreds visited him: CEOs, former addicts, students, and the homeless. David, now a minister, asked, "What's your secret?" James pointed to the broken Bible on his nightstand. God doesn't need fancy buildings. He meets us in trash cans and park benches. The question isn't where he is. It's whether we're looking. Over 1,000 people attended his funeral. The church that once shunned him hosted the service, with the pastor publicly apologizing. David held up that battered Bible and said, "This man taught me that sometimes the people we overlook are the ones who know God best, because they've discovered that he is everything." Today that Bible sits in a glass case at the seminary. The plaque says he taught